competition he thinks he should have got, and his head goes really, and he becomes, he wants a row with everybody and doesn't look half the player, so that often helps, I think.
Yeah, I think I was shocked the other day. He's approaching 500 appearances for Crystal Palace. He's a very, very experienced footballer, but it does seem that if he's not happy with the way the team is playing or not happy with his position, we thought it was far too wide last weekend, he can become distracted, shall we say, no more than that. And, you know, Everton have got lots and lots of experienced players. They'll have played against him loads of times. They'll take advantage of that. Although, again, I say, with so little points covering the whole of the bottom, almost 2/3 of the Premier League, it does show you the old cliche about the tiny margins. These are two very, very decent squads, but at the moment, Everton's important players, Gordon and Calvert-Lewin being back, and Iwobi, who's born again, isn't he? Yeah. They're doing it, whereas Palace's are not quite firing the way you'd want them to. And as you say, you can always, first thing you've got to do is get Wilf out of the game one way or another, because he's a fantastic player.
And it was a strange game, really, because Everton took the lead. Palace had some good chances to equalise. They ended up 3-0. And but if you're the linesman in this game, the decision with Anthony gone, well, he must have been 2 yards onside.
It was Simon Hooper, who's a very good, experienced assistant referee. It was a bit weird. It was a weird decision.
And can make a barrel as well.
And Calvert-Lewin for England. It seems at the moment, if you have, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, because you know we've got players dropping like flies and we need options. But you know, it's one game really. I mean, we're probably going to have to see.
Played some nice football there. Frank Lampard's teams always look good when they're playing well.
And he's getting a tune out of a Iwobi in the way other people haven't. So things on the up for Everton. Got a couple more squeeze in. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. We're going to be quite quick.
Regulation dog with fleas.
Yeah, you did say 1-1. It is often a 1-1.
It's never a good game. It never is. I don't know what it is about.
They cancel each other out.
I thought United played really well for half an hour, but then Potter, as everybody says, changed it, and it made all the difference.
Old management, Danny was saying earlier on, to see a manager realise they've got something wrong in terms of selection and to make a change before 80 minute. It rarely happens down our way, does it? Really?
You're having a little poke there at Spurs' manager, who still thinks that you're only allowed one substitute in these football matches. Look, Manchester United, it's simple, isn't it? However you buy or get quality, they have upgraded from McTominay and Fred in midfield to Casemiro and Eriksen, and therefore they're a better team. Full stop. That's the end of that. They're always going to be competitive with Chelsea because they've got a better team than they had last year.
I was telling Paul though, on the way out down in the game, the fans are unhappy because we've seen a lot in the last 18 months of last-minute equalisers.
Sure.
It's not just it happened against Spurs, it happened against United, it happened against Burnley and Everton and Wolves. Too many to mention. And this bloke on the way out there, he's going, we should be thrashing teams like this. I said to him, this is Manchester United. You know, you spend about 500 million on their team. It's not Chesterfield. These people are so funny.
No disrespect to Chesterfield, you have to.
Why was Kovacic running around in his kecks afterwards?
No idea.
He gave all of his kit.
All his kit away.
All of his kit to the fans. That's yes. I mean, he may have had a bet with someone say, if I can get on in the first 35 minutes, I'll take all my clothes off barring my underpants.
There was one lovely moment. Chelsea did a great move. The ball went out to Azpilicueta and the ball went into the stands, and you just went, oh, Reece James.
Your big players missing. Finally, Manchester City 3, Brighton 1. We talked a bit about it earlier on as we discussed the barrel. De Zerbi thinks they didn't deserve it. It's not the first time he said, you know, we played better than the result. Maybe he's got a point. But
Trossard's another one that he loves to show the big boys that he can play at that level. I think he's right.
There could be a move on the horizon for him. But fairly contentious. A make-up decision was a bit of a feeling that they should have got the penalty, City, for the foul on Haaland, and when they didn't, when the Norman Wisdom impression was done later on by Bernardo Silva, dangling a leg out, and he got the penalty that maybe Haaland should have got earlier on.
He should have said Mr. Grimsdale as he went down.
Senor Grimsdale, he could have shouted.
I mean, the problem here for everybody is that this is Manchester City. They won the game with goals that are going to frighten people in the future because they weren't tiki-taka 75 pass Manchester City moves. The important goal was the long kick from Edison to Haaland. I don't know which of the Brighton defenders he was playing for Brighton, but he ended up in Hove, didn't he?
Yeah, Webster. It was.
I mean, Jonah Loma would have been happy with the way that he dealt with Webster there, wouldn't he? And And you know, if City are doing that, plus De Bruyne scoring from wherever he likes.
Oh, what a
you know,
goal that was.
everyone is preparing themselves to defend against, you know, as I say, a very technical 40-man move, and now they're scoring with Route 1 as well, frightening.
Yeah, if you can hit the angle from that far out, that's such skill.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, I think our work here is done. Thank you very much, Danny. Good to talk to you as always. We'll catch up.
Yeah,
with you
loved it.
next week. Well, you'll be back Sunday night, Trans-Europe Express, I take it.
I will be back on Sunday night for Trans-Europe Express. Exactly that.
Marvellous. Cheers, Ant. Thank you.
Bless you all.
Here we
Cheers.
are, Danny Kelly there. That was our roundup of all the latest Premier League action with Car Finance 24/7. Search Car Finance 24/7 today.
Premier League Roundup on Talk Sport with Car Finance 24/7. We search a panel of lenders to find you the best deal. Search Car Finance 24/7. Just spend £300 on any order that includes one. T's and C's apply. Price excludes VAT at 20%. Trade accounts only.
If it's casino. GrosvenorCasinos.com. Deposit required. New customers only. One per household.
Some things leave you guessing. Like, why are yawns contagious?
Everyone is entitled to government. UK/help for households.